It's June 2nd, 2025. It's a Monday. And here we are. Thanks for joining me. Glad you're here. If you're the first time visiting me on this live stream, then know that this is what we do Monday through Friday. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Let's see here, doing a couple things on the old screen there. But anywho, thanks for joining me this morning. Let me turn this fan a little bit towards me. There we go. Robert is over here on the floor, and he's about to join me up here on the couch. Come on up here, buddy. Say hi to everybody. Say, hi, I'm a happy dog. I got a pet door, and I can go in and out anytime I want now. That's right. I'm a happy, happy dog. He still wants me to, like, run around outside with him all the time. But, you know. Terry, what's going on? Hey. And Johnny B. Did you see that video I sent you, Johnny B, in Discord? I'm going to put you in a headlock. I'm not going to chew on you like you chew on me, but I will put you in a headlock. How about that? You want that, buddy? It's the competition for who was first in chat. I love it. Today is National Bubba Day, and for like Ramesh and Istanbul and probably, well, Random may have some Bubbas, but it's National Bubba Day. Who would have thought? So if you, especially here in the South, I would imagine. I knew a couple of Bubbas growing up, but I don't know any Bubbas now. I don't think Bubba is as popular as it used to be. I don't know. But anyway. Please don't mess with me while I'm drinking my coffee. Look at this guy. Just don't chew on my shirt. Oh, he bit the under part of my arm. Terry C is your food buddy? Okay. Bubba Hemp. Yeah, I used to know Bubba. He was a huge guy. I worked at a food processing plant in the 90s. And big guy, super friendly. He fit the whole Bubba narrative to a T. Are you done yet? Bubba Gump. But he was a true Bubba. He was a really nice guy. Everybody liked him. You know, kind of a hillbilly in a way, a redneck type person. Do anything for anybody. And he really fit that Bubba motif, if you will. So, yeah. But I don't think I've met another Bubba since. Or anybody that's like nicknamed Bubba. I don't think anybody's born with the name Bubba. Could you imagine? Like on Bubba Gump. I just like, the kid's born. What would you like to name your son? I want to name him Bubba. B-U-B-B-A. That's it, right there. It can't be any stranger than some of the other names people give their kids these days. With all, misspellings. We discussed that before. Some really insane, crazy names people give their kids. I don't know. Nobody names their kid Joe anymore. Joseph. That was like, if you believe in Jesus, right there. Name has been around forever. Nobody uses it today. No little kids named Joseph. They're named Aaron and, well, I don't want to say that bad things about it. Random. Some other weird little names. I don't know. It's all fine. You can name your kid whatever you want to name him. Just know that if it's not the usual name that we're accustomed to all the time, we're going to consider it weird. But that's all right. You can be weird. It's no problem. I promise. Where is everybody this morning? Now, this is Johnny's Saturday, and he's here on the stream. Where are you today, Terry? What state are you traveling through today? You want the new poll option weekend just started? I thought about that, Johnny. But it would only pertain to you, and there'd be one vote. I apologize for not taking you in consideration like I should have. You did cross my mind, though. So. Indiana, huh? All right. Good old Indiana. Indianapolis 500, that happened just a couple weeks ago. I used to like watching those races and stuff, but for me, it's like, after you watched it a couple of times, you're like, okay, they're still going in circles. I just want to look at the highlights afterwards and the crashes and stuff, but they really don't happen as much in the Indy 500. Because you're a princess? Yeah, you are Princess Johnny. There's Spring. Hey, Spring, aka Stan, aka lady from Turkey. I don't know if we ever actually got Istanbul's actual first name. Did we ever get her actual first name? If I don't continue petting this guy, he's going to be jumping all over me. I have to keep pampering him. He is completely spoiled. But he does like his pet door. He has been going in and out through that, so that's been a success. Took him a few minutes to figure it out. I had to like force him inside and then make him come out and meet me outside, vice versa. He could go. He was happy to go in the house for the first day, but he didn't like going back out through the pet door. It was weird. Only thing is Spring is his britches. That's all right, Random. Just do a couple push-ups for us. You'll be fine. Hey, we're talking. We're having a good time, buddy. It's okay. He doesn't. He worries about me when I laugh. My cackle, if you will. He's like, "Are you okay? Why are you making that noise?" Don't bite me. He's not really biting me. If I stood up and let him hold my hand, he would lead me outside. He would hold my hand and basically walk backwards and take me all the way outside. He wants me to play fetch with him, throw the ball and stuff like that, and we do that in the afternoon and evenings. He doesn't understand time that well. Well, yes, he does. Anyway, there was another little good story. There's not a lot of. I tried to find some good stuff to talk about this morning. It's kind of scarce, but it's still out there. These identical twins celebrated their 100th birthday in the UK. And they're still, both of them are alive. They're in some kind of nursing home, assisted living place. 100 years. And they always say it's, exercise and positive attitude. So I'm doing one of those two. Positive attitude. Really not doing the exercise part. just to admit how out of shape I am physically. When I put in that pet door, the next day my legs hurt. And like I've been running, I started running all over again, and your legs get sore from exercise if you haven't done it in a while, or your arms or whatever. That's how I felt after putting in that pet door and kneeling on the floor like that for just an hour. I could feel it all the next day. It's not just me watching you, Robert. The whole internet's watching you right now. I know you don't understand the concept of internet and computers and whatnot, or even cameras for that matter, but there they are. They're all looking at you, man. They come here for you. You realize that, right? There was some guy who left a comment on that Three Stooges video. I don't know who he is, just a guy. And he's like, "Why are you filming yourself? Are you lonely?" And I wrote it back. I was like, "Nah, I'm not lonely. I got my dog. But if you want to join one of the videos next time, just shoot me a message. I'll put you in one. I won't have to be lonely no more." I'm not going to let these people get a dig at me on the comments and stuff like that. It's whatever. But I've made a few friends through the improv classes and stuff, and no, nobody wants to be on camera. Nobody wants to do videos. So I'm still stuck doing all the parts of the videos myself, which is fine. Right? Now tomorrow, he'll have nothing to do with me, and he'll be down the hallway or something, and be like, "Whatever." Oh, thanks, Johnny B. Well, the improv classes, they had one in spring that I took. They don't do classes during the summer. And there'll be level 2 in the fall. So I'll sign up for that in like September, I think. I can't handle you. You guys are a mess. Where's Liz? Liz had her big move yesterday. She's probably exhausted. But I imagine those kids will be popping up, running around anytime soon, and she'll join the live stream. Yeah, but I mean, I go to the, they have these Tuesday night sessions. It's kind of like I wouldn't say free-for-all, but it's just a group of us get together, and we have fun just doing different improv games, if you will. And kind of, you know, it's kind of like an educational exercise at the same time, but we're all just having fun and laughs and practicing different techniques and things like that. So I still go to that on Tuesday evenings. And that's fun. Oh, they had settled a little bit? That's cool. You make eagle noises. I did AI with that thing. I told AI, I said, put a bald eagle on my shoulder. And that's what it did. And it altered my face in the picture as well. I don't know why. I uploaded a picture of myself. All I asked for was a bald eagle on my shoulder, and it altered my face. So, way to go, AI. I'll have to I'll just have to Photoshop it on there myself, you know? But anyway. And especially when you do AI and you ask it to do anything with words, a lot of times it misspells them, oddly enough, in what would be considered art instead of just text. So if it's trying to do an artistic picture of a word, for instance, my name, even though I spell it correctly in the prompt, when I'm telling AI, hey, put this with coffee with Malcolm, it'll jack it up. So, you go to building sites to make fun of bricklayers. Oh, I bet that's fun in the cold. Laying brick in the cold weather, or running wire in the cold weather like you do. Just anything like that in the cold weather when you're out there in the elements and you're doing manual labor. Not fun. It's not fun. Not impossible, but not fun. I've been there years ago. I didn't care for it. I took a construction job for like 2 months south of Memphis. And in Mississippi, Tunica is the name of the place. And they had this weird law where they could build casinos as long as they were on the water, as like barges type things. So you could have casino boats. But what they would do is they'd build these casino boats and permanently anchor them to the shore as a building. So there's the loophole, right? They don't work if it's raining. But that when I did this was like January and February. It was bitter cold that year, and some ice storm rolled through. And I was riding into work. I was carpooling with this guy, and somehow this work site was huge. I was doing like sheetrock, and I think he was doing electrical work. But they shut it down. It's like sending us home so we can get home before the ice got all over the roads and stuff like that. And I couldn't find him. And he had moved the car, so I couldn't find the car either. And then I finally found the car, but it was locked. But there was this little security booth at the gate where they check people in. And it's just me and this guy next to this little space heater just trying to stay warm in this little glass booth. And I was in there for like an hour or so. And I left a little note on the car itself so he could find me when he got to the car. And he did. That was pretty damn cold. I didn't care for that at all. You can't imagine ice and snow on the roads. Yeah, especially in the South. You get a half an inch of ice or snow in the South and it shuts down everything. No, we didn't go to that level. We were close to it. We were really getting to know each other. We didn't have the skin-to-skin bonding moment for warmth. We had not gotten to that level, thank goodness. I mean, he's a nice guy and all, but yeah. Ramesh, it's National Bubba Day. Do you know any Bubbas in India? I want to see what his answer is going to be for that. Oh, what's a Bubba? Yep, that's a good old boy is what that is. That guy in that booth, he could have been a Bubba. I wasn't thinking of that at the time. It's like, you got a Baba, a yoga guru, not quite the same. Now, a little different. Yeah. This is like four-wheelers, shotguns, and muddy trails. That's a Bubba, you know. Chugging beers and going fishing and hunting. That's a Bubba. Your version of Bubba is a really cool one that sits back and meditates and enjoys the breeze and the sun rays on their face. And just, yeah, that's a Baba, but not a Bubba. So yeah, B-U-B-B-A. A little different. Yeah, not even close to what your version is at all. I wanted to see what his reaction would be. Mouth breathing redneck. Well, yeah, could be. But he's like, you got the stereotypical Bubba that you would see in movies and stuff, aside from Bubba Gump. But anyway, you know, they're super proud of their family. They're going to fight to the end. And they're not going to tolerate your nonsense coming in from the city and such. So yoga guru Ramdev Baba has a company worth $100 billion. So yeah, that's a wealthy Bubba. Could you imagine a United States Bubba having $100 billion? He'd have a monster truck with 50-foot tires. And just wreaking havoc in town. He would have an actual monster truck. He'd have the Bigfoot monster truck. Are you going to do yoga starting tomorrow? I've never done yoga. I guess you got to really want to do it and like want to feel it and accept it to really get benefits of yoga. I don't know. I don't. It just feels. I would feel awkward sitting around a bunch of strangers doing weird stretches and stuff. You know, if I stretch at work, I feel self-conscious. It's like, you know, I'm sure I'm not making a great face doing a stretch, a normal stretch, and yawning and such. But I couldn't imagine trying to do different poses in a group setting. It wouldn't go over well for me. I don't think I'd feel comfortable. I couldn't do it. But more power to you. Terry likes yogurt. It's got the, what was it? Probiotics in it. Yeah. There's Ray, the dashing womble. How's it going, Ray? How's your wife doing? Is she doing better? Everybody's wives are getting sick. Aaron's wife was under the weather. She's gotten better. Now Ray has got his wife not feeling good. So yeah. If I shit, you fart. That's one of, yeah, you get that old, you got to be careful with your movements. And then Terry's got his yoga stretchy pants on. Oh no, I'm sorry, Ray. I hope she's going to be okay. She had a bad fall last night. Damn it, man. That sucks. I'm sorry, dude. I hope she's okay. Jeez, that's another reason I don't want to get old. I don't want to live 100 like those twins in the UK. That's too damn much, man. Damn, Ray. But you're a hell of a guy, right there by her side, thick and thin, doing everything you can and should to help her in any way, shape, form, or fashion. That's admirable. So, but you know, we'll be sending prayers and positive vibes your way, sir. I hope she gets to feeling better. I hope she gets to feeling better. Jeez. If I get injured, I'll have to get one of those life alert things. The little pendant and be like, I've fallen and I can't get up. Robert would just sit there and chew on my arm if I fell into, in a way that I couldn't get back up. Too late, Malcolm. What did I do wrong, Terry? Terry said I've done something wrong already. There was another, oh gosh, yeah. Don't stretch, you'll fart, she'll faint. It's a whole catastrophe. Don't let it happen, Ray. Can you send bologna for Robert? I'd rather not give him bologna. He has his dog food, dry dog food. And I bought some sweet potatoes. And I mashed those up and just a little bitty, like a good spoonful in his dog food, mix that up. It gives them good fiber in their diet, things like that, and vitamins and stuff. It's tasty, and it's a lot cheaper than these other little packs of soft food and garbage like that. So this is a straight up sweet potato, and he likes it. So I learned that from a guy years ago as well. He had this pit bull, and he would take a raw sweet potato with his pocket knife and just peel off and throw it at the dog. The dog would eat it. And a sweet potato is pretty damn tough if you don't cook it. So that's going to be some hard chewing there. But yeah. Oh no. I don't think he's going to have to get some carbon filtered underwear or something like that, Ray. If you're that toxic and deadly. These conversations always go at different directions every damn time. It's a flat hot dog. That's what bologna is. When you get it sliced up, it's just a flat hot dog. Pretty much. Yeah. I ate bologna all the time as a kid. Didn't think nothing of it. But that was before everybody started freaking out about ingredients and stuff. What are they putting in there? I don't care. It tastes good. Oh yeah, Indian food's really good, but if you get it spicy, man, it'll set you on fire. It does me anyway. It does me. I like Indian food, but the one restaurant I go to, they'll have 5 stages of spicy, 5 being the hottest. And I'm hovering around a 1 or a 2, which is highly expected of a guy of my type to show up at an Indian restaurant. They're like, yeah, level 1 or 2 for you, buddy. And I'm like, I'm not going to argue that. Pet otter. What's going on, man? Salami the pet otter. That's quite the interesting name you got there. Thanks for joining us. You're at level 1 or 2. Yeah, I have to. If I can eat level 3 spicy, you're level 0. But I don't know what it is with peppers and things like that, but I'll just start sweating. Visible beads of sweat coming down my face, off my forehead. It just, and my body reacts to it that way. And it can be, the air conditioner can be blasting in the building. It has nothing to do with it. The spices hit me and I'm just a cascade of sweat. It's quite embarrassing. So I have to ask for extra napkins because I'm not messy. I'm just leaking all over my top of my head. Can't eat like a, yeah, I'm just a, soft little white guy wanting to eat some Indian food. I'm sure Ramesh is, he grew up with that stuff, He probably doesn't even think about it. He must be kindred to Larry the Frog. He may be. It's Salami the Pet Otter. Some of these usernames are hilarious. Like when I get in the games, there's some crazy ass usernames. People get creative, calling themselves this and that and the other. I do want to mention this one thing. This day in history, there was a guy who was awarded the Medal of Honor, posthumously awarded. He was in World War I. The Harlem Hellfighter, Henry Johnson, was awarded it. His family worked for decades to get it. Basically, there's a cool story about him. Very interesting story. If you go to historychannel.com, and look up this day in history, you'll see a story. They got a whole video on it in there. JB's your daddy? Well, he's here somewhere. But he was a black soldier and part of this black company and squad. At the time, they weren't interracial squads and companies. They were segregated. But it was World War I. He was out there fighting against the Germans. Him and a couple of his guys were on this forward post, just trying to give a heads up, like scouts, to see if anything's coming. And they got attacked by a dozen Germans, or I think it was like 20 something of them. His friend got hurt real bad. He was trying to fight the Germans off with his rifle jammed, so he had his bayonet. He ended up dropping that or losing it somewhere in the scuffle, so he pulled out his, it wasn't a pocket knife, but, a knife, and he just went to stabbing and slashing and fighting these guys off. And they say he fought off like 20-something Germans before they left. And when the backup came the next, a few hours later, break of dawn, him and his buddy were barely alive. So yeah. And no social media in 1918, obviously. But there are newspapers, and with this war going on, people were really thirsty, they say, for information. They want to know what's going on in this big war, the bloodiest war the world has ever seen. And you just had to wait for the newspaper to print something out to find out what's going on. But this took off like crazy. It was a huge headline. It spread all over the newspapers all over the country. It was a big thing. But he wasn't awarded the Medal of Honor until I didn't write down the year that he was awarded it, but it was recent because Senator Chuck Schumer recognized his bravery and got him the Medal of Honor. So yeah, the WTF newspaper. We could do that. Little one-page newspaper, and I can literally mail that out to you once a month. Type something up. You grew up in the UK eating Indian food all the time? It's slowly got less spicier. There's Liz. She survived. Hey, Liz. Oh, the Indian food. Extra, read all about it. Have a little newsletter. I did a newsletter in 6th grade. I made my own little one-page newspaper in 6th grade. I did that for about a couple of months. And the teacher liked it. She put it on a little bulletin board. All my little friends would go read it. It was about cartoons and TV shows. I'm a little kid. What else am I going to write about? Things like that. So I think my dad still has them, because he collected everything every year from us and kept them in these binders from elementary school and stuff like that. He may still have them. And I had I did a little comic strip, little stick figures at the end of the page. And my dad always read the newspaper. He had it spread all over the table every Sunday. And I would read the comics or something like that. And I just thought it was really cool, Veggie biryani. I like the lamb korma. That's my favorite. Yeah, really. I'm about to sign off. I wanted to throw this one little thing out there before I sign off. Most of the world has freedom of speech, but here in the United States, it's like a huge thing. It's one of our biggest. It's the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and everybody has the right to voice their opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but that doesn't mean you have to attack the person for their opinion, whichever side they're on. I just want to throw that out there and say it again. You guys know it, and I know it, but there's things going on out there where they take violence against somebody who's peacefully demonstrating their opinion and their free speech. And I just don't think, your freedom of speech does not mean you get to oppress somebody else's freedom of speech, whether you like it or not. So again, it's common knowledge. It should be a no-brainer. I'm just throwing it out there. Recent events. I don't want to get into it, but there's no real solution in people's actions when you attack somebody for their speech. But anyway, that being said, I'm going to sign off for the day. It's been 30 minutes. I got to go to work. Yeah, don't be a jerk. Yeah. Everybody's got one, and some stink. Like, share, subscribe, check out some other videos, and I hope you guys have a great day. I didn't ask Random and Ramesh what the forecast for today was, but by their tone, I'm saying it's a 7 or 8 for the day. Everybody seems to be in a pretty good mood in the chat. So, have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. Bye.